You go playing? What was that? It's scared. That's gonna drop some money. Okay. That was the plastic bottle, Papa. You about to jump. Nails went down all in my leg. Oh man, let's turn it down a little bit. Oh, that's a nice thing. That's a nice thing. That's the right thing, right? What's up, Papa? Huh? What's that? Huh? He wants to show you his manhood. It's Sunday. You mean to tell me people are that busy, huh? Doing Sunday dinners and it's all about maturing, right? Not about sports and all that stuff, right? So you saw the title. You know, I'm gonna read, but first I gotta say what I gotta say. I detest Facebook. Hell, Instagram pretty much as well. Now, I know a lot of people approaching in different vernacular when they learned before they went in the last couple of years that they can make a bag. I always knew you could do that. Somewhere after about like the 7th year. And I didn't care. My thing was like appreciation of the people. So we have all these individuals, especially you Pelicans, running around teaching history. Now, you mugs don't even know your own history, and you're attempting to teach history. You know, everybody wants to talk about Henry Ford and the Patterson brothers, and the individual who he started with manufacturing certain cars in the 1920s. Listen to me. Henry Ford didn't create no car. The Patterson brothers were ran out by a certain group of individuals, the same ones that who wanted you to spend money on gas and also create petroleum-based medicine, which is not medicine at all. Cars are ancient, just like flying vehicles. It is nothing new. What troubles me is these Pelicans with the divisive, y'all are not supposed to be teaching nothing. I don't care about the Magveda or anything, about the idiots in Hindustan, any idiot anywhere who will succumb to the whims of whatever it is running around. We have dumb brothers and sisters, Negroes, because I can't just coil it to one crayon color, pushing all this Sumerian Anunnaki nonsense, just like some Pelicans now who think they've got the answers after studying books for 5, 8, maybe 10 years, and that they believe that we're in battle now. Whoo, child. They just don't get it. When you see that the walls in Cairo, they used to exist here, but these 13 tribes had to eradicate the history on this land. And they did it here because they destroyed most of the Tartarian buildings here compared to everywhere else. Up until recently, with those fake jihadists and ISIS and ISIL and all that other stuff, destroying monuments and things that express a story of ancient, not mythology, but causology. It is troubling how so many people are still talking the same dumb thing. And they get so infuriated with their little feelings and emotions, they don't even know how to strike out appropriately. They don't even know how to articulate anything. It's one thing if you want to succumb and you want to hold on to fake ancient history that never existed. Because you know the story of the Patterson brothers, they came from slavery and from the South and escaped all the way up to Ohio on the Underground Railroad. No such thing as the Underground Railroad. The railroad was our stuff, regardless of it being underground. Do you believe that there's a mantle and a core of Earth? What if I was to tell you that the Earth was so infinite, we can never figure out how big it is, and that it goes down for millions of miles? What would you say then? You doubt me. You think earthquakes are down underground because you watched a couple of movies with Hollywood mofos. Somebody right now who's going through, I forget the name of the Bruce Willis and a few others, digging and going through mantle and all that other stuff and seeing rocks fall. And let me tell you, let me help you out. Earthquakes exist up top because it's man-made or something else made. Y'all have a hard time dealing with that, right? Because certain places are always dealing with it. They're always experimenting under every country. What is wrong with you? Y'all believe that those little crevices are meteorite hits. Those are weapons that destroyed major. People have went out there and they're still doing it. To see the EMF or whatever you want to call it, and it's higher. I said, look it up. There are ruins all around these craters that they say are meteorite strikes. There's no meteorite. Oh, iron from outer space, right? Good one. Somebody out there shared the third sun. It's not a sun or a moon. It's another. Oh, it's a sun or a moon, but there's a cycle. And there are portals. Portal, you know what it means? It means areas. The great vasts of areas, hundreds of millions of miles, or hundreds of miles or whatever, that the sun and the moon do on their rotation. Outward and then inward. And the other ones, when they reach their farthest out, every 6 or 12 years, we see a third sun or moon. What is so hard to gather the truth but your conviction is so stuck in the lies that you want to listen to people who don't really know anything and grateful that they're learning? But when you listen to them, you realize that they're conflicted because they start expressing things to be fact. It's easier to say it may be relevant, this may be happening, this could be the possibility. But when you study so much and you become but you haven't done meditation, you haven't cleared yourself, you haven't learned how to breathe, you're more biased to what's relevant in those books instead of what's relevant to the actual truth. I am so tired of this weak media and the individuals that work for it. This fraudulent government. I am not anti-government, anti-police, or any of that. I am anti-bad, wicked, vile, no good, no discerning, terrible, fictional characters playing roles that they should not, because this is not a goddamn movie set. Right now, when you look at this room, the angles, there is nothing ambient. There is nothing beautiful. There is nothing relating to who we are. This is literally Pandora's box. This is a coffin. This is a tomb. Why? Because you have no greater expectations other than the four corners, the four walls that you're always surrounded by. And sometimes that's right in here. We look at this crap with Ukraine. We look at the hopefuls for the Trump narrative. Some people would say, well, he's just playing it careful. Listen to me. If Trump was serious about everything he's expressing, once being a Democrat who became a conservative, a liberal who became a conservative, he wouldn't be alive right now. So you don't get the game. Y'all want to play the game and you think that you're all knowing in the game, but you don't get the game. Instead of removing yourself and completely detracting yourself from the game and allowing yourself to become something else, you want to hold on with a death grip, and you don't even know why you have that goddamn death grip. Because if you did, you wouldn't have the death grip, and you would remove yourself quickly from the fucking games. I saw somebody have a birth certificate with Negro. Negro is fine. It don't mean shit. The birth certificate is not even a birth certificate. It's a death certificate. It's a certificate that means nothing. They made us believe it means something, and you keep giving that shit energy because you got a lot of ignorant motherfuckers running around in the world. So they put their tribe with the relationship over top and slicing out the Negro. Well, why don't you just go talk to one of those old dumb Negroes or Negresses, pale or dark, working at the Bible statistics, and tell them you change this shit now. I know my family history. If that's what you want to be, you be that. This is who the fuck I am. Now I want to see my birth certificate. See, a lot of y'all won't do that. Why? Because they think these idiots working in these farms, these slave farms, all right, these organizations, they don't know no goddamn better because they have succumbed. They are good, obedient slaves to massa. I talked about the Black Pope yesterday. Did you even gather what the fuck I was talking about? Did you go and research that? Do you know for a pale skin to be called black is an illumination or something? Death? Something that they have signed on for? They don't get it, do you? Right now, right? We think about Rwanda, the Tutsis, the Congo, and all that. And what year was that? And in 2000, let me see if I can pull it up because I don't remember all these things, okay? I just don't. It's so much. There is so much. The DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. You know, I believe it was 2005 or 6, 7 or 8, whatever. They had a major war. Now, that's not the first one, where over 5.4 million people died. Worse since World War II, but they want you to believe that 6 million Jews were slaughtered in some camps. But they never tell you about the Gypsies, the Spaniards, Gypsies, the Russians, and certain other individual groups, organizations that were there in them gulags of Germany that were put to death. More so, and what's even more funny, the German people are no different from the Khazars. They're separated individuals that never converted. They were more Christian. Like, what is wrong with you people? Paying attention to the game being played even with their own. And who is the string puller? Who is the puppeteer, the marionette? See, you just want somebody to have your strings in thought, not jigging your head, but in thought and jigging your head around and have your arms flailing, because that's all a lot of y'all doing. And your damn mouth with 2 lines, nothing coming out because you have no tongue and you have no voice because you have no breath. So I was looking at Missouri, and it's not only Missouri. Missouri has this wicked ass law, like a number of other places, and it's created just like the NFA was based off of racism, which was a construct created out of when 17 fucking hundreds, utilized on this soil, where innocent people, known and found to be innocent, have to serve their life terms if they were given life terms. Do you see the incredible? When I tell you there's no judge in existence since 1798, I'm not playing. It doesn't matter what term, you don't have to put it up. It doesn't matter what new term it is. The reality is it don't exist because a true system of justice don't exist. Now you have good people who go out to do a job because they're tired of seeing people hurt, people harmed, their livelihoods, this, that, and other. But you have more criminal. California and certain places got all these cartel members on the police force. These motherfuckers know it. They don't care. Look how many motherfuckers you think only Mexicans will come. A lot of Mexicans don't want to come across the border. They want to take care of the land they at. Oh, seriously, they're fighting their ass off and the media won't talk about it because they're full of shit. Out of 50-something, the 6 ran by the fucking CIA, the bad consortium of the CIA, the hidden consortium you know nothing about. The ones that go in the room and meet a few motherfuckers and then they've given their job, and these people are at the highest place. Now, while everybody else is doing their job, some of them may even be blind to it or have an idea, but They don't know who to trust. It's a grand organization from 200 to thousands. See, this is what I'm talking about. And yet, you want to respect this shit? Now, I don't care about the goofy criminals and the little dumb drug dealers and all them fucktards murdering one another and their own people, their kinfolk, that the FBI and the SWAT run down their ass. I don't give a fuck if they beat them senseless, which is not right by the Constitution. But if you want to be fucked up out there and you think you're a gang member and all that other shit and don't even know why you move the way you do, then you get exactly your fucking just desserts. As far as I'm concerned, I don't give a good damn. But I don't see none of these old powerful ass fake niggas running over to the motherfucking Democratic Republic of Congo, to Haiti, to Jamaica, fighting I don't see none of you motherfuckers fighting anything other than yourselves with your retarded ass selves. Your lip biscuit ass selves. No disrespect to the band. Y'all are some old sorry ass, sorrowful, no good, want to just debate and argue and want to hold tenure like you know what you're talking about against one another. That's how confounded you motherfuckers are. You know why you're a reprobate? Because you practice no good fucking deeds in your heart, in your mind, and in your gut. That's why you motherfuckers are where you are. I had a female used to come over here all the time, right? Had up on my shit. I'll take her name now. Because I have no respect for this individual. Gave her some money, waiting on some shit. She gonna sit there going on like not being seen, right? Living in Ohio, and then wanted to say something stupid about the men, not realizing that the women, because I can't help it if you live in your mama's house and living with a dumbass man and you don't know how to look for a better man when you have one to come along. But you want to sit there and open your fucking mouths and say shit because you got so much animosity, hate, and everything else, but you want to carry yourself different. Sometimes women need to know when to shut the fuck up. Just like men, a lot of men need to know they need to be fucking quiet. Because you're not going to work nothing out with the two of you on two different sides, or marginalized sides, like you got a fucking 38 parallel, when that's not who the fuck we are. You're not going to fix shit, and then you have a problem with a brother or a sister come along and say the shit you need to hear compared to what you want to hear to make you feel comfortable in your fucking ignorance. I ran off a list that was 10% of our inventions. I talked about the Wright brothers seeing little black kids, colored kids, so that can help you ignorant motherfuckers still stuck in the black phenomenon. Throwing wooden and paper planes around, and they were like, what is that? And they talked to them children in North Carolina. And they said, oh, we're flying. These motherfuckers already been given something from a certain group of individuals. The Morgans, who are Rockefellers, JP. Based on our radio engine and a few other things, ours, creation. And went out there to build a plane to fly again. That's called reverse fucking engineering, you moronic fucking idiots. Now, some Pelicans I've seen must be watching my video because, oh yeah, and we just made it better. No, you made death again what it once was to us. You didn't make shit better. These things flying around are shit. Of course, a firecracker can fucking kill a motherfucker if used appropriately. Tape it to a motherfucker's softest part of his motherfucking skull and light that bitch off and see what happens. See, everybody wants to think they know everything and they don't know shit. And we still got you Pelskins teaching about Tartarian and everything and all this other shit. Anunnaki. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Yeah, the cone, the bag, tools, this, masonry, all that dumb shit. Yes, passing down the knowledge. Covered that day before yesterday. What is so hard to conceptualize? But some of y'all talking such a direct line instead of knowing the importance of unification to which once existed. Now, I truly believe some of you motherfucking ancestors, and a very few, came over here, brought here some fucking way, not fucking from here, from another land, another earth, on the major earth, that is in fucking it. And there's people out there that know what some of us know, that we know how it ends. But we know for you dumb motherfuckers, while you're watching recording, whether it be your AR, you're going to come back and you want to sit there all logistically and mathematically and listen to whoever the fucking enemy is. It's not going to end well for you. Matter of fact, this time for all, everywhere. Everywhere is not synonymous to just here. Every fucking where. I don't see none of you motherfucking old powerful ass word talking motherfucking kukla, friend and ollie motherfucking niggas going to the Dominican or any of them places with black fucking people doing a goddamn thing. That's how I shut these motherfucking Pan-African motherfuckers down. Where are you going, nigga? Well, Pelskis can go and fight in Ukraine and every goddamn else. Where are you niggas going to show me that you's a bad motherfucker? You run around here, you in them little hoods and everything like you some bad motherfucker. Them concentration camps. They just waiting to put your ass. I shared a video showing how they got all these MS3s, Texas Syndicate, and all these motherfuckers at this new goddamn camp. It's nothing but a meat factory. And they running around, hands tied, they bow down, boy. They looking like, what the fuck are we got? They even get a little moment of repride to think they're situated. They stand up in their boxer drawers, no t-shirt, no socks, no nothing. Just standing there. No. If you only really fucking knew. And most of them people up under all that equipment and the mask, they ain't all Mexican. See, they have that here. You just haven't seen it yet. You motherfuckers gonna learn. I wish that black conservative would come over here and watch this motherfucker. I would love to see some. Do I gotta tag them motherfuckers in, y'all think? And see if them motherfuckers will come over here, Joe Rogan. Bring them motherfuckers over and have the real conversation. Nah, because see, they all have been made by the motherfucking people in a certain stature. You know, it's like, you can't tell them nothing. Maybe a lot of them are part of the motherfucking game, the fake magic. How many of y'all paid attention to lately in the last 3-4 years that when you call, all of a sudden you're talking to some old Hindu or some Spanish cat who speaks pretty good English, but you know that they're Spanish, when it was not like that before that? How many of y'all paying attention to this motherfucking fake ass motherfucker running around calling himself a president, which don't mean shit, and his VP looking like the six sad sexist shit that they are doing the most horrendous things? And here, one thing that I like what Trump said, and they did this because they wanted to see how people react. He told the truth about what this motherfucker did before he came in office because he knew what he was going to do. He knew that you had a chance to vote for a faster death or a slower death. But you dumb motherfucking liberals, you's the dumbest son, especially you pale motherfucking ones. Y'all is the goofiest, brain dead, Down syndrome having motherfucking narcissistic. Do I need to look up the word narcissist? I was going to actually put it up there. But I'll do that on another one. Because, you know, y'all are the dumbest sons of bitches in the world. No, but right next to the racist motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers kind of got the cake on them, I think. Because narcissism comes with a lot of dumb racist motherfuckers. Personality qualities include thinking very high. Personality qualities include thinking very highly of oneself, needing admiration, believing others are inferior, and lacking empathy for others. Do we need to talk about the 7 sins or the 7 virtues? No, you're not ready for that. Treatments, because it says you need to seek medical fucking care. And see a doctor if you struggle with work or personal relationships, feel overwhelmed with sadness. And the majority of you motherfuckers are the saddest fucking things. Whenever I listen to you talk, it's like somebody get this motherfucker a bib and a goddamn pacifier and tell them just to shut up and rub the back of their head and tell them breathe, calm down, because this is what the fuck y'all look like y'all doing all the time. Even when you're walking, sometimes you don't even know, you're turning around. I saw this Goodyear blimp tire motherfucker, not meaning to talk bad about a motherfucker, right? Hair looked like she just got out the shower and it dried the way the fuck it was. It could have been matte, I don't know. On the fucking block, up in somebody's yard, looking in their flower bed, and then when the person comes, big old 240-pound nigger, I don't know if you're an engine or not, but comes out the door, and he sounds like this. Excuse me, ma'am, like you trying to sound like, oh my goodness, Ken, what the fuck? But anyway, excuse me, man. Ex-Army too. That's what I got a problem with you new Army motherfuckers and veterans. Y'all trying to sound like them when they've been trying to sound like, what the fuck? Just sound like you're supposed to sound. Put some bass in you. Anyway, excuse me, man, what are you doing in my garden? And he got a wife, a little poodle too now, mind you. Listen. And she's berating him about the plants on his property. Quite beautiful, actually. But she didn't like the fact that he was in the neighborhood. Come to find out, the bitch was first born on this soil. From a generation of migrants to come here. There's a lot of you goofy motherfuckers running around on my ancestral soil, not knowing who the fuck you dealing with. See, the buck stops here. And I know they're not going to see this video, and I know y'all not going to share this. But see, y'all dumb motherfuckers, it's like Oklahoma. I love when I go to Oklahoma, and I see some of them fake-ass Indians. I be like, yo, what's going on? They see that? Oh, you're Indian. What tribe? I'm one of the real ones that you don't belong to. And they don't even know how to react. And I be wanting to see one of them swell the fuck up so I can put down them 2 double deuces on them. I just like, before the years come that I can't, I'll just be click, click, click. Because I'm always keep that motherfucker one of them bitches sharp. And jip, jip, jip. I'm not playing. Even though I know I'm more capable of more shit than that. That's for the physical motherfucking world. But I asked, went on and on and on. And people are saying, Brad, that's not a confined case. That shit's everywhere. I was like, what? Which one of you niggas is gonna run your ass and handle the business and start teaching these young niggas to stop being stupid? Now, I can admit there's some people out there doing their best in their neck of the woods with a handful of motherfuckers. It always starts with a few, honestly. Cali 216, I like what he's doing. Slim Ball, he got a little fucking mouth on him. I like to put him in the ring and show him what a real motherfucker's built up. But I respect the game that he's doing with Cali 216. No hate. I just got an issue with young niggas that don't know their place and respect. It's not earned, motherfucker. We give it all the way around. But some people, and there's some other individuals, Cartrell just took his wife from the Pima Reservation to his peoples to break down some real history. Love it. There's many others who are doing things, but then there's some people just glorifying their bullshit. If you want to be half of Africa, I don't give a flying fuck. First of all, that's not the name of the fucking land. And I know people from there, you call them Africa, just like you call me black, they'll knock you in your fucking mouth. Just because you don't see them on Nova or History Channel, because they're going to certain motherfuckers who have been conditioned like some of you dumb motherfuckers. Dumb motherfuckers. That's right. And see, that's what you get to see on the big vaudeville stage. I've had so fucking much. You know, I walk around people and they always going, I'm a mechanic, I'm in this. Oh, bitch, shut up. You don't even know why you were a fucking mechanic. When you picked up a trade, you went to trade school, you learned how to work or something, you became kind of good at it. So the fuck what? There's no big talk right there. That's what you're supposed to know. You know how some people be talking about did. Nigga, you ain't got to do all to fix the motherfucker. Where's the ego coming from? Nigga, I don't want to hear all that shit. See, I don't mind saying that to certain people. You know, certain people can need to hear that being told to them. You ain't got to say, I don't give a fuck what you do. Nigga, just fix the motherfucker. You getting paid this motherfucking fiat that's worthless for this work, so that way you can pay to live on an earth you belong and buy food to which used to be a commodity we used to all grow in our neighborhoods. I grew up with a farm in my backyard on the side of the house. I grew up with chickens and pigs and shit all in the back running around, cutting chicken heads off and gutting pig. I know catching squirrels in the back tree, big old juicy ass brown squirrel. I remember them motherfucking days. Walking along the fence line and it had blackberries, strawberries, currants, and everything. Just picking raspberries right off the motherfucking, along the wooden fence. Green moss, which is beautiful. That shit growing, that's not bad. It was wonderful. Whenever I see somebody's basement that got green moss going on, I'm like, bitch, you got more oxygen going on down here. Do not go water power washing that shit. Now, black mold is the shit we're getting from all this lead and chemicals and shit. And nobody's really paying attention. I grew up and I remember going to old homes that were over 200 years old, destroyed, and you see green growing everywhere. I ain't seen no black mold nowhere. Then people had an issue because I say, I like wearing cotton motherfucking clothes. I'm tired of all this synthetic shit. And I told y'all synthetic lowers your motherfucking energy. It causes a calamity on the inside when your energy can't get out or it can't come in. They know what they're doing, but you're not paying attention. We used to take human hair and twine and make motherfucking clothes. Are you aware of that? For fucking sandals. To keep the dead with us, who aren't dead. We never believed in the word dead. I want somebody to prove to me when the word dead came into existence. Give me the century and the year, not this fictional shit. Here, homework assignment. Tell me when the word dead came into existence. Don't give me this bullshit these dumb motherfuckers have been teaching y'all. Why am I playing Gregorian chant? Because they're fucking up our ancient fucking music. Our music was to control and manipulate the outside forces. They say it's to protect them from demons. This is calling them. I don't mind inviting them motherfuckers in. But they know what they're fucking dealing with. For those who want to believe in the word demon or Jannah, darkness. We're in darkness already, you motherfuckers. Now let me put some real goddamn music on. See, y'all wasn't even paying attention to that. You know why you wasn't? Because you're stuck. And you think you know. See, I'm always going to drop some fucking tea. I told you I don't want me. I do just like you do. The angels fucked women, didn't they? The angels did some weird shit and taught all kind of information. What the fuck makes you think you really know me? Every time I put pictures up there, motherfuckers with cell phones going way back to 1943, niggas going, nigga, what he holding? Bitch, what does it look like? When you see ancient Sumerian and Anunnaki text, you see motherfuckers with watches on their fucking wrists. What is wrong with you motherfuckers? Mechanical. Digital is something we stayed the fuck away from. When I told people we had fireplaces that didn't use wood, and then you don't know what a radiation hazard. I work with nukes. You see, a lot of people. I wasn't one of them great nuke motherfuckers like bubbleheads and shit like that on the subs and all that. But I had to learn a little bit, and that's further my studies of what I could, especially even after the military. I really went studying a lot of that shit, and I knew there was a simpler way. That told me my mind was meant for other things, and I knew that the shit that they were showing eluded itself from the truth of where it originally came from. Ozone, the air around you, the weakening of the oxygen, as far as the H2O molecular structure, with the purpose of defeating life. 3-hole flute, Rigveda, they say in India. But our flutes here went from 0 with a breath capture. Why breath capture? Because the breath is important, all the way up to a 7. Are y'all aware of that? Remember I told you the greatest organ had over how many? 12 million, 17 million. How many sounds this motherfucker made? 1,588,779. Wait, 17,860 something million, whatever the fucking number is. Tones and sounds this motherfucker can make. And you know what these son bitches did, right? Destroyed it. Who would want to destroy something like that? But an enemy of man, an enemy of life, a fucking fool. I don't think they destroyed it. I think they took it somewhere else. And they wanted to synthesize it and use it for something else. And I think they fucked up. See, they have perversed everything. Upside down, inverted, backwards, reverse. What is so complicated or hard to understand about that? My brother Westside had a live young brother on there. It's pretty informative. But I'm gonna go over there and enlighten him, because the shit he's talking about is based on a broken, fractured history. I am doing my best to teach you something more than the shit you know. So you to look at things in not an obstructive, but a different fucking way. You see what I'm saying? I love the fact that so many people are snapping out of it and waking up. But they need guidance. Even in the short walk compared to the long walk. They need guidance. And not all of us are meant to guide anybody. I'm definitely not meant for everybody. But I know what part I play. I know what part I'm supposed to speak on. I know what part I play in a certain focus or direction. It's not great. But I know there's a lot of you, it ain't meant for you to teach shit. It's meant for you to share some things. Not everybody was meant to be teachers. I hate that word teachers. But an element to pass on information, of course. That's what we all supposed to do. But in this sick time, not everybody's built for this shit. Otherwise, they'd have killed you already. They've already attempted on your life, poisoned you a few times, and a few other things. Without knowing what the fuck they're doing. That's how foolish and complacent they've become. They don't understand they're going to get deeper and deeper in that complacency and continue to make the horrendous mistakes they've been making for a long time. Now they're studying and watching, but they've already made enough fucking mistakes without reprimanding or taking care of the idiots who go out doing what they do because they think they know everything and they're far from it. If you knew the earth was bigger than what you could imagine, you know that everything everybody else knows is a lie, and you knew so much more, the moon was close and that. And you believe just having that information was the all to it, and you've done accomplished and did certain things that were done before, nothing's new under the sun, not really understanding that you doing what others have done before you. Do you think that you would change face and realize, oops, we're fucking up again? No, see, they don't get it. Their employment puts them in a position to be given, see, order has a way of dealing a blow. These motherfuckers can watch and listen to me right now, and they're going to be stuck. They're not going to be able to function on another level. It doesn't matter who could fucking read a brain or anything, read minds or whatever. They're going to be compelled unknowingly, and there's no way they can stop, compelled to keep in the direction they're going. Yes, they're going to be held there. So all you know that, huh? You don't know shit. I really want to get through this and finish it. It's really good. I hope that you're enjoying the reading of this, that I do, the poems and all. Chapter 3. Again, this is Abraham Africanus I, by Alexander Del Mar, John F. Feeks and Company. His secret life as revealed under the mesmeric influence. Let me go ahead and let me pull this up for you right quick. I've got about 100 things ahead of it now. Yes, I have over several thousand tabs open. Don't even ask me, and I'm not going to scroll back and try and find it. And people have looked at my tab, they go, "God damn, Red." I'm like, man, shut up. It's going to give it a definition. Because we say mesmeric, you know what influence means, right? Causing a person to become completely transfixed and unaware of anything else around them. She found herself staring into the mesmeric gaze. Now you heard what I said at the end of my speech, my little rant, whatever you want to call it. That's what I mean. Being stuck. Now in the Bible is another way they say it. I said compelled, without them knowing. Even if with them hearing, there's nothing they can do to change it. Well, they can pull out, or they can stay there and be transfixed and compelled to do what they're doing, thinking they know everything, not realizing. I can't say no more. Chapter 3, Bram's biography. I was first elected, commenced Bram, to the Illinois legislature in 1834. Stop, circle Sue. If you've no objection, Brammy, we'll go back a little earlier. Come, gentlemen, said Staunter. You don't want the man to tell us all his flat boating and wood sawing adventures in Illinois. Yes, we do, said Sue. Another thing I want to add. If you're going to listen to these young people share ancient history and not talk about the grand cities and the things that we were capable of and the wonderful things that we have accomplished and acquired and the whole of this earth, then they really need to stop teaching what they're teaching, because they're going to have young ones confused. So if you want them to understand that we were great, we didn't walk around with damn deer and buckskin on. We used hemp, we used cotton, and we wore fucking clothes for millennia. Now, when we wanted to get together and rival around, we took all that shit off and we wore loincloths to be connected, to see the mother, to see us as we wore. The story of Adam and Eve naked before the fig leaf. Get rid of that diatribe and that bullshit. There was magic to us. There is a serious connection to the earth. And when we got together, they gave you that in fucking Matrix. In the third installation, when the fucking little things come to destroy them, or the second one, whatever, and they're dancing around and they're wearing the white little toga shit and they're all orgy like, right? There was no such thing as an orgy. That's the personification of the imperfection and their fucking solidarity with their whatever, Down syndrome, whatever the fuck it is, their fucked up genes. To rewrite history and make it carnal in a perverse way. No, we got together like any other time. We was kids playing in the little water thing, you know, the holes with the we running around in our diapers, you know, no clothes on. Natural. It took these fake 13 tribe motherfuckers to create this diorama that you see, where everybody, you got to be in a bathhouse and men booty holing men and all this other sick. No, those are we were natural. Do you get me? The sun didn't hurt us, no sunscreen and all that other stuff. Grand cities, when it was time to go back, we went back, took up our mantle and took up our positions and waited. Running around with motherfucking feathers in our hair and fucking duck skin and big buck skin and bison and shit. Cow rawhide, where there was no such thing as a cow. Make it make fucking sense. See, simple things can disembowel anything. Cowhide, wearing cowhide shit. Who the fuck, for how long you saying? For 300 years? When did the fucking cow come into existence? Want me to pull that the fuck up? That's what I thought. Now, back to the reading. Well, then I was born. Okay, excuse me. Yes, we do, said Sue. We want to know how such a man ever emerged from obscurity, and in doing so, perhaps elicit some beneficial hint for our private benefit. Well, then I was born, continued Bram, speaking, still with his eyes closed and between his teeth, as though against his will, on the 12th of February, 1809, in La Rue County, Kentucky. Oh, we know all that, interrupted Sue. S-O-O, it's like Korean Sue. Your mother's name was Nancy Hanks, and your father's Tom Lincoln. Nancy Hanks, Tom Lincoln. A rail splitter, stump extractor, swamp clearer, root burner, and cow breeder. That's true, said Bram, but he was of aristocratic descent. We can't trace our lineage to the times of Robin Hood, who had about him men in Lincoln Green. Do y'all remember what green means? I told you, black folk. Anyway, a sarcastic smile and a movement towards his little bell betokened the rising contempt in Sue's great breast. The others interposing, he resigned himself to Graham's genealogical rhapsody. One of my ancestors was the noble Earl of Lincoln, who immigrated to America along with W.M. William Penn to estate the displeasure of Charlemagne the Great, brought with him a stump of the rod of Aaron and a copy of the habeas corpus, which you have since lost, suggested Center. Exactly, said Bram with a chuckle, which ain't no to be found. Yeah, no to be found, as it is written. The first thing they did was to make a treaty with the Indians who were in rebellion against the infant colony and couldn't be put down under 90 days. The treaty was as follows. Motto: the pen is mightier than the sword. Article 1. The Indians agreed to give up all their lands. Article 2. All their medicine men. Article 3. All their squaws. Article 4. Everything else. Article 5. And to accept a bottle of bad whiskey in return. Barrett's Life of Lincoln, which we know, that's another book, which we know is purely a fucking lie. 2 of the core. Remember, we made alcohol. We can handle alcohol. It's the others who cannot. Well, the natives stuck to this arrangement with commendable honor until they got their whiskey. When they broke into open revolt, Penn was for peaceable measures, but Lincoln advised coercion. Said Penn, you cannot fight always. But Lincoln showed that if the war was conducted with sufficient ferocity, the Aborigines would soon be wiped out and the country would be their own. Are you fucking listening to those calling it a civil fucking war? So they went in and slaughtered without mercy, giving no quarter and making no exchange, nor sparing even the woman, and burning and confiscating everything in their path. In a very short time, the country was cleared, and Penn and Lincoln, not agreeing about a proper division of the spoils to Latter with the aid of his soldiery, took the best part of it, and leaving the avaricious and envious Penn, settled on the best farming lands and established himself supreme in the western part of the country. His posterity eventually became attracted to the new state of Kentucky, and removing their immense capital thence, invested it in the lumber business. Not so fast, mighty Bram, cried Sue. What do you mean by capital and lumber business? Well, their capital consisted of a rifle and a broad axe, and the lumber business was the trees standing all around them, ready to be cut down. Rather a falling off, suggested Cheese. They quarreled a good deal with one another, and that was all there was left. My immediate ancestor there met and wooed the lovely Hanks, and in proper time I made my appearance. Wooed, people. Wooed the lovely Hanks, and in proper time I made my appearance. I grew so fast that my father used to be in the habit of making chalk marks on my legs to see how much I gained overnight. He had to raise the top of our shanty on 3 occasions to make room for my increasing altitude. And even then, I had to put my head through the smoke hole in the roof to comb my hair. From Kentucky, we moved to Indiana, and generously leaving our stock of standing lumber, mind you, which you couldn't take with you, hinted Cheese. Exactly. Leaving our stock of lumber to the next man that came along, we squatted in Indiana, near what is now called Gentrificationville, as we were intent upon remaining there. We didn't need a log cabin. How so? Asked Stepter. Because we were, as I said, intent. But how did you provide your farm stock, your pigs and chickens? Persisted his interrogator. Well, as for the pigs, we tied their tails in a knot, and so provided each of them with a pig's tie. And as for the poultry, we inherited our great ancestors' genius for a coup d'etat. You paying attention? The reasons why we left our old Kentucky home, I need not go into. Suffice to say, in the words of one of my biographers, we have at least the fact that, though painfully, and with an exile's sadness, he turned his back forever on a state that tolerated slavery, to seek a new home where free labor had been sacredly assured exclusive rights and honors. After receiving my education, I was elected to the Illinois. For all these Pelsons run like, and these dumb, goofy niggas. Abraham Lincoln was for slavery, and he was a nigga. Stop, cried Stenter. You appear to be in a great hurry to get to the legislature. Let's hear a little more of your Indiana life. What kind of education did you get? Well, the first thing I learned was the dignity of labor that consisted in 20-deck polka and handling a gad, thus plowing sun shoes or socks on with snake pole and a yoke of oxen for the god. I stumped a 20-acre field with immense success. I learned my statesmanship from a comic. Listen, what? a comic almanac and got my jokes from an old Joe Miller. How long were you at school? Asked Cheese. I'd rather not answer that question, gentlemen, pleaded the sleeping Bram. You must, replied Stinter. Well then, about a year altogether, but you mustn't judge me from that. I learned a good deal from a friend in Illinois. If you only went to school a year, what's the meaning of this passage in your authentic biography? His last teacher was Mr. Dorsey, who has had the satisfaction in latter years of taking his former scholar by the hand, rejoicing to recognize the once obscure boy as the foremost leader of the people. Oh, that meant office, said Bram. At this magical word, the conspirators were observed to lose their sportive humor and become much more tactical. And Bram continued, the name of Honest, which was afterwards bestowed upon me by a friend, is popularly attributed to the following incident in my life. I borrowed a book from a man named Crawford. Oh, I remember this guy. And as books were very scarce in those parts, I lost half of it. Carrying the ruined book to my friend, I offered to pull fodder for him for 2 days to make it square. As he didn't have any fodder to pull, he took me and I pulled it, and so made the matter square. So my biographer put it in this shape. The offer was accepted and the engagement literally fulfilled. As a boy, no less than since Abraham Lincoln had an honorable conscientiousness, a constitutional integrity, a miscellaneous industry, and an ardent love of knowledge, when I was 19 years old, I went a flatboating. Now, gentlemen, people are very fond of calling me a flatboatman, a rail splitter, and so forth. I assure you I never made but one voyage on a flatboat, and never split but one rail. That's the rail truth. Pass the bottle over here, Cheesy. Really, Lincoln? Commenced Sue. You are the meanest little liar. Hush, said Cheesy, plying the president with a gallon of contract whiskey. Now you remember now, he's under. He is under, people. Okay? Like I said, I have another book. This one's good. We're going to pick up in a couple of hours. We're going to pick up in chapter 4. And I really, really enjoy this freaking book. You hear me? Why? Because nothing is as it seems. And until you realize nothing is as it seems, then you're going to be squared off and stuck going to all these people talking all this. I'm not saying they should stop, but most people are following and watching people who are talking pure fucking garbage. Pure garbage. And it's very, very tiresome. I'll go and watch somebody's videos and I'll be like, and I say, and it used to be I used to say stuff, and I'm like, should I say something? No, they'll learn. It's me rushing shit. Not because I'm like Jonah. I'm tired of seeing people misled with a bunch of bullshit, instead of realizing that the answers are within them. Oh, they are. Don't be misguided by your misinterpretation of what your answer may be, because a lot of people have answers, and there's nothing real about the answer you might have. I'm not saying that it's not an answer. I'm just saying a lot of people have fake fictional answers because they're built upon the 7 deadly sins, minus the virtues, obviously. We always want to look at things as if we're being antagonized, hurt, harmed, and clearly put under hypnotism with alcohol and certain individuals with the breath to be able to do that, to garner in. He's playing with them. You see that? A deal with the devil. That's the communal of communique. So when you're having a conversation with certain individuals, who are you really holding court with? There are those of us who will hold court with the devil. The majority of you don't even know how to hold court with yourself. Somebody felt bothered because I stayed what I said. I've been on this show and everything. We are the ancient Hebraic people, but we weren't called Hebrews. Maybe so, but not like that. It was a way of life. It wasn't a fucking religion that these goofballs have created out of their lives to mesmerize and convince the people to follow them into the fucking slaughterhouse of the perversions they created all around the fucking world. Better wake the fuck up. And with that, I'm done. I'm gonna give a shout out and get the fuck off. Let me take this off. I got a brand new remote tripod and I haven't even used the damn thing. Will it rotate up? No, it won't. I gotta keep it sideways. Who all came in? Mama Red, what's going on, Mama? Hey, Rondo, blessed brother. Blissfulness for sure. None your business, ain't seen you in a while. What's going on? B-Trade. Bees, what's going on? Family Equator 7. Hey, Rep, what's going on? Sugar, sugar. Yes, yes. Okay, y'all. Salutations, I love that, man. Y'all. Nabby, what's going on, baby girl? Mm-hmm. You already know. Always, hon. APJR, peace. What's going on, family? Beautiful, beautiful people. Beautiful. Symptoms include an excessive need for admiration, disregard for others' feelings, and inability to handle any criticism and a sense of entitlement. Yes. And you know, it's like about, I think, what was it looking at? It was like 5 different descriptions because you have narcissism, narcissistic behavior, narcissistic mannerism, and blah, blah, blah. So it's a whole, it alludes to so many things, but I love it. And I've got like 5 things I'm going to use for, hold on. What the hell? Get your ass out the way. Why you got to lay on top of everything? It's electric. You trying to get radiated there? But you'll see the next thumbnail. It's a good one, huh? Yeah. I appreciate that. Saying dead coming from German to Old Norse, deja to English dead. Exactly. Tahas. Well, it sounds like Mookie from Hopi, I think, meaning dead. Yes, and it does actually. And I got a matter of fact, my neighbor across over here and the other, he's Hopi. Me and him talk all the time. Hey, Kyle Thomas, what's going on, family? I'll do my best. L. Season Cooper, what's going on? Love and light. I'll do my best, though, brother. Lincoln died of milk sickness in 1818. Milk sickness is caused by eating dairy from cows that were fed the white snake root plant. Milk sickness is also caused consumption. She could have took milk thistle and a few other things and it could have helped her, but they didn't know because things were changing. You got to remember in 1818 what was really happening because it was meant for a lot of people to die. You got to look at the biography of his mother and his father. Yes, Hanks. Yes. Excellent. I appreciate that. That's what I love. That's how we build. That's what we do. It's hair. It's not boogies, y'all. My fucking hair has gotten white, people, over the last motherfucking 3 years. I was looking at my nose because I got a little thing that go and I said, with everything going on, because I got all kinds of little masks and shit. Because I know I'm about to shave my beard off. I got all kind of shit. I said, I'm letting these hairs of my girls grow because they grow for a fucking purpose. And I hope they can protect me from some of this shit zipping around in this airstream that they intentionally are causing. Didn't they just have another motherfucker go up in flames and another goddamn truck or something derailment or blow up or something? Right last night? What was it? Yesterday or last night? These motherfuckers is hard broad press and ain't nobody watching shit. And this air is circling. Did y'all see the I think Trauma Hawk or somebody put it up how the airstream is acting real weird right now? These motherfuckers, man, listen. Now y'all know, boy, come on now. I know I need to shave. I'm thinking about shaving it all off. Y'all gonna be looking like, look at this nigga trying to look like Cary Grant. With his double chin and shit. Shut the fuck up. I'll smack you upside your head. Ain't nothing like a beard. Women tell you that. Ain't nothing like a beard, though.
You know what I'm saying? Between them, man, shooting, look at them going for that magic juice. We need all the juice we can get. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay. You know I'm a fucking mess. And what I say in Lincoln as well. Yeah, well, you know what? And what does that allude to as far as the Vatican? And when we speak about the Black Pope, you know what I mean? Like, see, this is when I said Modesi, I used to teach about, and even though it's pronounced a little different, it's still the same thing. A place in so-called South Africa. It's funny how they wanted to bring us through there, where they were put when they arrived, and our people realized, and the albinos and lepers, and the betrayal of Alexander by Hannibal, and what happened, and how they were loosed onto the lands, and how we took them in, and believing that there was a manifestation of change, but we also knew there was something dark and ominous. There's something great and light, but something dark and ominous that we used to be able to keep obey. Well, these motherfuckers, he was able to reach out to them, and there's movies and stuff that show that shit, like hidden behind the scene type shit, where they slowly and methodically, and I broke this down before, went into all the different clans and tribes who once all of us united, and they created their little fucking offsprings, and they manipulated the individuals, and by killing off the elders by using the new young offsprings. You've seen it all the way from the Korean, the Vietnam, World War I and World War II. You see the same shit happen every time. And the same thing you see over in Iraq, 20-year, all them new ISIL and all them new motherfuckers. All them is the worst. Them sons of bitches killing their own old folk now. They murdering all of them, getting rid of the old way. See, these motherfuckers in these hidden rooms know what they're doing. It's our people who lack responsibility to take care and not allow this shit. Right now, you got the government working with all these, because the hospital's a corporation reaching out. So when you go in and you put your information in, one of them little dark bad motherfuckers that all the good guys working in the government don't know about, cause yeah, and these little weak ass doctors will go ahead and take your fucking life, not realizing what they're really doing. I'm not going to sit here and give up all that tea. I can't. Hey, I can say whatever I want to say. No, these dumb motherfuckers they only see one thing. These doofy motherfuckers who are calling them and having them doing, who's out there doing hits and poisoning people's food and this, that, and the other, and all that shit they do. I am so grateful that I was not looked upon. I was well hidden away. I think that's why mama tried to get rid of me. I was not indoctrinated into that shit. And thank goodness I was able to go the direction I did. And I have to tolerate and deal with the things I had to do and put up with and the dumb mistakes I made. I might have been one of the worst ones over there. But having the information that I have, if these motherfuckers knew what a handful of us know, shit, all these goddamn governments would fucking run. They'd be like trying to find a underground to one of their little establishments or farther underground, which y'all know nothing about, to clean up, try and get rid of everything and come back out with a new face and this, that, and the other, but they're too stupid to do that. They are compelled to do this shit they're doing and they don't even know it. Guarantee you, they are compelled to do the shit they're doing. And there's no way they're going to be uncompelled, because you make a circle in the sand, you're going to sit in that fucking circle. They say all the prophets are on the wall. I said there's a new brand of them out here. These motherfuckers just don't know it yet. And I hate the word prophets. Anyway, it was grand. My bad. Oh, you see something? That's what it's all about. Shit. I said, if I could have 100 motherfucking women, it's just me. Well, look, you know, some of us brothers who want to know that give me 3 motherfuckers, I could bring down the government. I'll bring down the country. You give me fucking 50 women, man, I'll raise a nation and a motherfucker wouldn't know what to do. And I tickle them all with the big, god damn it. After some serious blood work first, so. Let me sign off, y'all. Love y'all all. Alright. And let's keep it solid. Let's keep it moving the way it needs to be moving. Let's stay objective. Let's stay sound.
No medical misinformation on their part. We don't want to discourage nobody not to receive, because there are good motherfuckers out there who are really about helping people. They can't have just everybody bad, because then the doctors wouldn't be able to go to work because they'd be hunted. Then everything would really change. Then all these little sleepers running around would start putting on their little uniforms, and you would see a different manifestation. They need them to go into the deserts and the places where they got them gathering. They make their meetings, and then they bring them back out. You know what I'm saying? So there's still good ones out here. The problem is, in the majority of places, there are places, people, appreciate it. There are people out here who are practical and all actually wanting to help and benefit self and benefit others. There are police, and I know enough of them, that are just wonderful fucking people, man. They literally will lay their lives down to protect you. Then you have the fucking abhorrent motherfuckers, especially in these liberal goddamn Salt Lake, Washington, California, got some of the worst motherfuckers. Jersey and New York, them goofy goombas over there. Florida got a half of some of them up coming out of Cuba, man. Them dumb sons of bitches. And I don't even want to talk about some of these wayward ass Chinese that are allowed to do some perverted things. But you still got some good motherfuckers. You got some dumb motherfuckers in the sheriff's department, like in Texas, and the motherfuckers who are liberals and they some freaky shit about them that shouldn't even be sheriffs. But then you got the good ones, man. And I just hope if you ever have to deal with one, that you deal with a good one. I really want to speak that, because there are enough of the very bad ones out here. And there are some running around in the costumes who are not affiliated with the police, the sheriff's department, or any of it. So be mindful. Okay? Be very, very mindful. You hear me? Don't allow yourself to get cut off into something that you don't need to be cut off in. Now, I'm not telling you to go and just all of a sudden love the motherfucker. Some of y'all might have been through some very traumatical shit. Took some years off your life. But I'm telling you, there are some good ones. Now, if one comes talking too slick, you don't have to say a goddamn word, people. Nothing. All right? Fear makes us open our mouths. Hey, how you doing? All of a sudden, right off the back, they already knew if they like you or don't. Or if they had a bad day or they beat their wife and they know that in 2 months something bad might happen. So they're going to do everything they can in their power to make whatever. Yeah, I smell weed. Yeah, it was legal here, but I don't have none. I actually I had some. But I'm not going to answer no more questions, because see, now I know you're going in the wrong direction. You pulled me over for what? And anyway, you're not supposed to be pulling me over because I don't work for the government. I don't care about that tag. I got insurance. And I can have an insurance without that tag. And I'm a traveler. And if you don't know the law, and I studied law, and see, that's the difference between me. I studied case law. So he can shut his little goofy ass up. I don't give a fuck about costumes and this and that. When it's a bad motherfucker and I realize it, we can stop talking now. What you need? I don't answer no fucking questions. You know what? Matter of fact, why don't you get in your fucking vehicle and stop somebody working for the government? Because you work on policies, nigga, not law. I know law. And I know my treaties. And you really don't have shit here. And your quality immunity, the moment you pull me over, was non and void. I don't care about your ignorance and what the fuck them fake ass judges, which aren't judges, got you believing with them goofy ass sergeants and them lieutenants above you. See, there's a difference. But see, I don't move that kind of way. I've always met some pretty decent guys. If I see lights, I usually pull over to let them pass. And if they come behind me, I'm like, the fuck? Now, I don't get offended, or I go, oh, we got an uneducated motherfucker. And I deal with him. And says, what you was pulling me over? Man, I'm traveling. I'm letting you go by. So what you pulling me over for? Are you aware? Well, thank you for letting me know that. I didn't know that. Thank you. I don't do a roundabout like when I was in the military. Retired, no longer with the federal government, but I appreciate you informing me. Okay. So, you was in the military? I said, yeah, I was a Marine. Okay. I knocked a couple of them out. Oh, well, a whole bunch of them. That's good. So how you doing, brother? Semper Fidelis. And then we have a communique that I can hold. Now, if he looks and he's looking around, I'm saying, everything all right?
Now, before you go on the next step, you better be able to articulate with confidence whatever it is you're looking for, as far as me actually committing some crime or something, because I'm not that party. No, Mr. Branch, you have a good day and you enjoy your travels. Never say you're driving erratic or you're operating and all that. Nigga, I don't operate shit. I ain't got no gurney. And you all look like I'm wearing a smock, motherfucker, and a stethoscope. And driving what? I'm not swinging no golf. I'm not swinging an iron 9 at a tee. I am not bringing nothing around to any corporation. See, there's a difference when you actually know something. And then some people, oh, you want to speak legalese. No, nigga, I'm going to speak oogalese, motherfucker, because all that don't mean shit to me. But it's you people who don't know no better. That play the game with these fucktards, these sleepers, these agents of chaos. I'm not here to stop them motherfuckers. I'm just here to grab a few of you motherfuckers. Anyway, I want y'all to have a motherfucking beautiful day and all that. I gotta go and get my fake chicken wings ready with some habanero and some Carolina Reaper hot sauce and cayenne pepper. Yes. I love that hot shit. I got a tub full of cold water. I gotta put 2 bags of ice in after I eat that shit. Anyway, I'll see y'all in a little bit.